Welcome back to Becoming a Teacher in California. My name is Jonathan Beltran, and today we're going to be considering the eligibility process for a student to qualify for a 504 plan or an IEP in the California education system. What are the similarities and what are the differences? Let's begin. For you watching, if a student is struggling in your classroom, either socially, academically, or you notice a difference internally in their behavior versus their other students at their same grade and age level, what's something that we can do as teachers? We want all of our students to learn, and they are no exception. To qualify for special education resources, a child has to qualify based on a 3-pronged test, and those include a qualifying disability from the 13 categories. Second would be a discrepancy between cognitive learning and their academic achievement. And third, the student requires special education services to access the general education curriculum. Now, the IEP team determines the eligibility for each student to see if they qualify for IEP resources, or if not, to see if they're eligible for a 504 plan, which is much broader. Well, let's break this down for a second. What is an IEP? Well, to give you an exact definition, an IEP is a comprehensive document that essentially serves as a blueprint or roadmap for a child with special education services. Now, a 504 plan is also a map or a plan for the student, but it deals specifically with how a child will be learning within the school and does not equate to a diagnosis or even formal special education services. So an IEP plan is more direct and focused to a student with a learning disability. A 504 plan is a much broader qualifier for students that might need additional resources or help if they're determined to not be part of one of the 13 major categories to qualify for extra resources academically in California. Now, what are some of the differences in this eligibility process and which plan is best for your student? Well, an IEP is an in-depth document for all students who require special education services. A 504 plan can accommodate students who can learn within a general education classroom with stated modifications. A 504 plan can be utilized as an as-needed basis. IEPs constitute a fully active special education plan for students and are renewed annually, only once a year. And that plan is followed for that whole year. Everything included in a 504 plan can be included within an IEP. However, everything that is within the IEP cannot be included within a 504 plan. One of the big differences is also that an IEP can provide services and supports that a 504 plan cannot. One of those supports is specialized instruction for that student. Now, as educators, we will learn in-depth 504 plan and an IEP. Why? Because as general education teachers, we're not just going to be focused on general education. We will be within the realm of special education as well. Why? Well, because we're a teacher at a school and we must teach all the students. Even though we're not credentialed or specializing in special education, we will have students that are part of the general education curriculum. And as such, it is our duty as California educators to educate every student equally. Now, one experience I can give is that of my own. Now, I didn't qualify for a 504 plan or an IEP. However, my cognitive ability was showing much higher than what my actual academic achievement was showing. Well, why was that? Well, it was determined that I didn't need an IEP or a 504. So then what was it? Well, you have to consider home environment as well. If your students are coming from a home environment where they have to struggle to survive, being yelled at, hit, or any other challenges, you can expect that they're not going to be performing their best. No doubt, as mild-tempered teachers, we can calm them down and let them know that they are in a safe environment, and that's conducive to learning, yes. But however, it still weighs on the child's mind. So their cognitive ability might be outstanding, remarkable. However, they might not be able to perform at their best. Why? Would you be able to in those situations? Probably not. So all that extra baggage that students come with, that's what makes them them. We as educators have to learn what resources do they qualify for, and if they don't qualify for certain resources, what other resources are there? What ways can we change our style as educators to fully accommodate all of our students in our classroom? No doubt, determining whether a student needs an IEP plan, a 504 plan, or just extra resources to help them with social and emotional learning. There's plenty of resources available and avenues to gain insight into how properly to address each of our students' concerns and get them to the resources that they and their families will need, so that way they can do outstanding work academically. Stay tuned, and I hope to provide you with more information. And if you have any questions that you would like answered specifically, just leave a comment or message me, and I'll do my best to get those answered for you. Once again, thank you for watching How to Become a California Teacher. Thank you. Take care.